Fantastic. All right, all right. So, good evening once again. Good evening. I hope you are all doing fantastic and fully ready for the training, fully ready for the meeting. We are definitely going to have an amazing time. And before I even start, I want to tell you that we will have a special training from people that have actually smashed their 2025, and I'm super excited. And I did not even say who is going to train, so be prepared. You will definitely be impacted by this powerful couple. And I can tell you one thing for sure is they've smashed their 2025, and it's going to be a surprise nice training for you. Also, if anybody in your team is not in yet, then tell them to get in, because they will miss out on what is probably going to be a fantastic start of their second quarter of 2026. And who else here agrees with me that 2026 is just going too fast? It's like you wake up in the morning and the day is over. It's just on steroids, going super fast. Who else agrees with me? And in a special way, I also want to take a moment and welcome especially all our brand new managers. And by brand new, I mean all managers of 2025 and all managers of 2026. So if you're a brand new manager 2025, 2026, well, warm welcome. And I must say congratulations for taking your time to be part of this very important meeting, very important training. Now, let me take you back a little bit on what we are doing here and what we will be doing with the title there. You're seeing Managers Empowerment. All right. Why did we start this program? Why are we going to focus a lot in making sure that we are empowering managers? Why are we going an extra mile in making sure that when people become managers, they know exactly what they should do next, but also they have concrete goals. See, what normally happens is we work so hard to get to manager. So hard to get to manager. I mean, we sacrifice, we give up everything to get to manager. You know, I'm not promoting, but sometimes we even buy in a little bit more than what we should to get to manager. And we will, really get out of our comfort zone. We will sacrifice. We will push like crazy. We won't need anybody to remind us about pushing the business to get to manager. We do that. And almost everybody here has already gone through that push of getting to manager. And what happens after we become managers? Now, there's always a trend, not with everybody, but with most people, of what happens after people get to manager. This is what normally happens. Most people, they get to manager, and the coming month, they have a significant drop. I mean, somebody maybe closed manager with 40, 50 cc's, and they go to under 20 cc's. Sometimes even under 10 cc's. They have a significant drop immediately after they finish manager. And sometimes they kind of remain there for 1 month. They remain there for 2 months. Now, I want to pause here a little bit and really speak to the new managers, especially those that are maybe still, operating way below the manager expected CCs. Now, if you dropped immediately after manager, it's sometimes expected because you're from, that massive push, and you've achieved your goal, so you breathe a little bit. Now, my advice, strong advice, if you need to breathe, if you need to relax a little bit, maybe 1 month, maybe maximum 2 months. If you do it for 3 months, there's something about 90 days. If you do something amazing for 90 days, you expect amazing results for maybe even 3-6 months down the line. And the opposite is also true. If you operate way below where you should be, first month, not so bad. Second month, a little bit tricky now. Third month, you start to get in trouble and you'll find yourself stuck at 12 cc, stuck at 20 cc, and getting yourself back up, becomes very, very tough for most people. And sometimes we get people that are stuck at those levels, not even for 3 months, sometimes 6 months, sometimes 1 year, sometimes 1 year. And we look at all that and we say, we need to do something about guiding us more, inspiring us as managers more, especially after achieving manager. And there's some that get stuck because of how they got to manager, and some get stuck not because of how they got to manager, but simply, what they did after manager. Maybe they felt like, okay, I've done it now. Let me relax. I can whistle and I can just chill. Maybe it's not like they did something wrong. No, no, no. It's just that they did not really know what they're supposed to do after they achieve manager. They lacked, the new focus. They lacked the new goal, and that made them to be stuck. And that's why we are here. And that's why we'll be doing these meetings. I've shared the program, and I'll reshare it here again. And we'll be reminding each other and getting each other focused on what to do after you achieve manager. So all that gave us the thinking and the need for saying, you know what? We need a manager's empowerment program. We need to have a continuous plan of empowering each other as managers. We need to have that so that we don't get stuck. But not just not getting stuck, we also have managers that are doing very, very well, but average. And through the managers empowerment program, the aim is to also push you to go beyond average, to push you to start going for the bigger things, to push you to start going for the bigger goals. And hence, that's why we created the manager empowerment. And let me tell you something, amazing leaders, each and every one of you here, all of you managers in this meeting, let me tell you something for sure. You are the drivers of the business. You are. If you think about your business, if you think about your team, let's put aside the countries that we are in. Think about your business. Think about your team. You as a manager, you are the driver of that business. You are the one that will determine the energy in the team. You are the one that will determine the push in the team. It's you. You have that responsibility now. And because you have that responsibility now, it's important for us to continue equipping each other. It's important for us also to continue challenging each other and also reminding ourselves of what we are supposed to do. And that's why we created this managers empowerment program, which I will tell you, they are fully focused on qualifying for incentives. And I will tell you why. I'll tell you why we are going to be focused on qualifying for incentives and what's the role of incentives for us as managers. And some of you already know, some of you don't really know. So here is what we'll be doing. We'll be going through different incentives on different months. And some of the months we're going to be skipping, some of the months we are not going to speak. So this month is the first one we are doing. April 14th is today. And we're going to focus on Chairman's Bonus, Forever to Drive, and Forever Global Rally. We're going to focus on that. And I'm so excited because our special speakers today, they achieved all of that in 1 year. Amazing. And it's their first time to achieve. So it's going to be exciting. Now, I want you to save this date. I want you to save this date, May 5th. May 5th, we are going to have an Eagle launch. May 5th, you're going to have an Eagle launch. Oh, wait a minute, leaders. I think we'll probably change this to May 6th or 7th, somewhere like that. I just remembered a number of you will be flying back from Cape Town to your countries on this date. So yeah, I overlooked that part when I was doing that. Of course, I think I didn't even know they Cape Town during that at the time I was making this program. So I'll probably change that. I'm going to send a new date very, very soon. But once May kicks off, we are going to launch the brand new Eagle Manager. As you know, Eagle Manager begins every year in May. And if there's one incentive that we have talked about, so many times is Eagle Manager. And guess what? A brand new Eagle Manager is about to begin in just over 3 weeks. A brand new Eagle Manager, just over 3 weeks. it's going to kick off. So if you are looking at people pushing for ego manager and say, you know what, the next one I'm going to be there, well, we are officially going to launch the ego manager in very, very few days. But the incentive, of course, it will begin exactly the 1st of May. All right. So as will be, I want you to just find a way to save these dates. Of course, we'll be reminding each other each and every month. So when it hits July, or maybe 2-3 weeks before the trading, we'll be telling each other and we'll be reminding each other on the day or after the day. So that's a little bit of why are we meeting here as managers. Now, let me tell you, or let me invite you to think with me, as in, why should you go for incentives as a manager? Why should you go for incentives? And what can happen if you're not going for incentives? What will happen to your business if you're not going for forever incentives? And what will happen when you start to go for forever incentives? The first thing that forever incentives will help you, forever incentives will help you have your next important goal. When you are a supervisor, when you are an assistant manager, you had an important goal, which was to get to manager. Now, trouble begins after you get to manager. After you get to manager, you might start to be a little bit confused. Should I go for senior manager? Should I go for soaring manager? What should I go for? Because if you're a supervisor, you know straight I need to go for assistant manager. But once you get to manager, what should you really go for? And I'm here to advise you. Let me say, to strongly advise you, start to go for the forever incentives. And I'm not saying going for positions is not important. Have positions in your goals, but don't miss out having incentives in your goals. Whenever I sit with a manager and they tell me my goal is to be senior or to be soaring, and they don't mention incentives, in my mind, I'm like, this person needs to look deeply into their goals. Because if you're not going for forever incentives, you are not maximizing forever. So as a manager, go for forever incentives. And we'll talk about all the major incentives that you need to plan on how you can go for them. So the first reason why you need to go for forever incentive is it gives you your next important goal. And let me tell you, every person that became a manager and did not start to go for forever incentives, they found themselves like they plateaued or they went down. It's one of those two. Like if you become a manager in December or let's say in September, and you're not going for any forever incentive, chances are you will somehow go down or you'll plateau. So in order for you to get your momentum back, or rather to keep your momentum, you need to go for forever incentive. So forever incentive becomes your next important goal. Number two, it will help you to maximize the forever marketing plan. And I'll go through some of the key incentives that are going to help you maximize the forever marketing plan. You know, the forever marketing plan is designed in a way to help you make money and also build a strong business and at the same time travel around the world. The only way you can maximize all of those is if you're going for forever incentives. You cannot maximize the marketing plan if you're not pushing for forever incentives. And another super important one, it will help you to build strong business, to build a strong business. And let me say this, a strong business in forever is built by strong leaders. A strong business is built by strong leaders. It takes time to build a strong leader. It takes time. It's not easy. But if you create a manager and once that person hits manager, you put them aside and you forget about them right away, you don't start to get them to go for incentives, chances are that manager will not turn to be a strong leader. And if that manager will not turn to be a strong leader, then you might remain in forever for so many years. You may even create managers, but you realize you still don't have a strong business. You still don't have strong managers. So incentives will help you create a strong business because they will actually push you to create strong managers, strong leaders. You know why? Because going for incentives is tough. Going for incentives requires you to have consistency of a certain level of CCs. So if someone doesn't have a team, if someone doesn't have activities, if someone doesn't have the skills of recruiting, of coaching people, if someone doesn't have all those, then it's just a matter of time that person will get to manager and then they'll fail to maintain their business. But if they're going for incentives, then they will be forced to actually learn those skills. And as an upline, as a leader, that will help you with time to have very strong managers in your team. And I can tell you, one of the most important thing you can do for yourself as far as Forever is concerned is make sure you are creating strong managers. Strong managers are going to be, your rescue in the future. That time when you need massive business, when you need residual income, strong managers are going to be the one that are going to help you achieve all of that. So why go for incentives? I mean, I can mention a number of reasons, and I want to stick to these 3 reasons. Now, let's talk about the main Forever incentives, because not everybody knows about the Forever incentives. Sometimes, I'm recording. Thank you so much, my brother. So not everybody knows about the Forever incentives, but these are crucial. And I'll mention the main Forever incentive. The first one, of course, is Ego Manager. And we're not going to talk a lot about Ego Manager today. We'll talk about it next month. But Ego Manager, let me tell you, that's the most important incentive in Forever. Another crucial incentive for you to plan for is Forever to Drive. And all these incentives, I'll go through them and I'll kind of share a little bit of tips on how you can plan to achieve them. Yeah. And some of these tips might be new. Some of these tips might be just a confirmation that, okay, this really is important. And then we've got Chairman's Bonus. Chairman's Bonus, this is now the ultimate incentive in Forever. And if you are in Forever and you want to make the most money, you need to plan how you're going to get to Chairman's Bonus. If you're not planning how to get to Chairman's Bonus, you're leaving money on the table. Don't leave money on the table. We've got Global Rally. I'll also talk about Global Rally. And I'll also show you the money that you can make from Global Rally. And then there's Level Up. And Level Up is a new incentive that Forever created maybe 3-5 years ago. I'm not so sure, but it's a new incentive. And you need to plan how you can start to qualifying for Level Up, because every incentive aims at pushing you. Every incentive aims at, keeping your feet, getting you to be on your toes all the time. Yeah. And then we've got one of the most paying incentive and the least trained about, least talked about incentive called Gem Bonus. These incentives are crucial. These incentives, you need to plan how you can call. And let me tell you, you need to pray, plan, push to qualify for all these incentives in your Forever lifetime. Go for them. I mean, why not? So let me start talking about Forever to Drive. What is Forever to Drive? This is an incentive which you qualify based on what you have done in your business for 3 months. And then after you have qualified, you have the potential to be paid money for the next 3 years. So you qualify for 3 months, and then you have the potential to be paid for the next 3 years. Forever to Drive. And let me tell you about Forever to Drive. You have got Level 1. With Level 1, you can be paid up to $400. And understand, you know why I've said up to? Because once you qualify Level 1 does not mean automatically you are going to get $400 every month for the next 3 years. No, it can go down. And I'll tell you how to make sure you maintain that $400. And then we've got Level 2, which is $600. And then we've got Level 3, which is $800 each and every month for the next 3 years. Now, how do you qualify for the Level 1, Level 2, and Level 3? If you want to go for Level 1, you need to do 50cc month 1, 100cc month 2, and 150cc month 3. This gets you to qualify for Forever to Drive Level 1. Now, if you have got a global business, if you've got a business in multiple countries, now I want to tell you, Forever to Drive is an incentive you qualify per country. So VCC is 50, 100, 150 on a single country, single operating country. So if you've got a strong business in Tanzania, you've got a business in South Africa, then it means you can qualify for Forever to Drive in Tanzania and get $400. And if you have business in South Africa, also gives you the CCs to qualify for Forever to Drive in South Africa, you will also earn Forever to Drive from South Africa. That's what it means. So you cannot combine the countries. And sometimes we feel like, okay, maybe we should combine. And I say, no, let's not combine. Because when you don't combine, you can earn from multiple countries from Forever to Drive. And then we've got level 2, which is 75, 150, and then 225. And then level 3 is 100, 200, and 300 cc's. Now, when you qualify for Forever to Drive, let's say you've done level 1, in order for you to earn the full $400, you need to maintain this 150. If you will not do 150, then you won't get the full $400. You'll get with a formula, and the formula is, I hope I'm remembering this figure, $2.66 per cc. $2.66 per cc. So if I don't do 150, and let's say I do 120, then 120 times 2.66, I will be paid 319, let's say 320. So I won't get the full 400, I'll get 320. And if you will do CCs less than the month 1 requirement, less than 50 cc, then that particular month you will not earn a Forever to Drive. Now, when you hear something like this, 2 things go in your mind. The first thing is, oh, I thought I just need to qualify once and I get the money throughout. Everybody would have wished for that, right? But number 1, if Forever did that, maybe it could have gone bankrupt. But number 2, where will be the need for you to maintain your business? Where will be the need for you to keep pushing your business? Now, can you imagine if you've got 5, 6 people in your team that have qualified for Forever to Drive and they are pushing for the 150 every month? What would that mean for you as the upline? It means actually by Forever to Drive being an incentive that you need to maintain certain level of CCs for you to earn the full amount, it helps you as a leader. When you build leaders in your team, your leaders will keep building their businesses, yeah? And then level 2, 75, 150, 225, the same rules apply. Now, let's say you have qualified for level 1. Can I share a nice challenge? When you qualify for Forever to Drive level 1, don't settle there. It's not the end. There is level 2, and then there is level 3. So if this year you have qualified for Forever to Drive level 1, or let's say 2025, the question that I want to ask you is, are you going for Forever to Drive level 2 in 2026? Because you need to keep leveling up. When you do level 2, are you going for level 3? So my fellow Forever to Drive qualifiers, if you're on level 1, are you going for level 2? If you're on level 2, are you planning to go to level 3? There is no level 4. Maybe they'll bring level 4. And how can you advance? Now, if let's say you've done your Forever to Drive level 1, and then the coming month, you do 225 cc's, that means you'll automatically go to level 2. So if you've done 50, 100, you've done 150, you've qualified for level 1. Month 4, if you do 225, you are on level 2. Level 2, 75, 100, 150, 225, right? So if you do 300 after that, it means you have also upgraded to level 3. Again, if you have qualified for level 1, before you pack everything and say, I'm done with Forever to Drive, can you look at your business and say, hey, can I upgrade to level 2 the coming month? Because you've done 150, maybe you still have the structure, you still have the team that is excited. You can definitely push for level 2. You've done level 2, maybe you can push for level 3. So my advice for you is keep pushing to grow bigger on your Forever to Drive. Now, let me share this very important advice for every manager here. One of the best goals you can give for yourself on your first year in the business where you've said, you know what, I'm starting to push. It doesn't matter for how long you've been in Forever. If 2026 is the year that you're saying, you know what, I'm going to start to push, keep Forever to Drive as one of your goals. Put Forever to Drive as one of your goals. If you have someone that has achieved manager, can I say this? If you have someone that has achieved manager, immediately start to talk about Forever to Drive to that new manager. Because if someone does manager in November, if you start to talk to them only about ego manager, which will begin in May, they feel they don't need to push between November and April. And they also feel they cannot probably finish their ego between November and April. But if you bring in Forever to Drive, then that manager will say, you know what, I've got a new goal. And that new goal will get the manager to continue working with the team. And a tip for Forever to Drive, if you want to smash Forever to Drive, focus on this. Have two people that are growing to manager together, meaning they're moving in the same month. You know, if this one is on 20, this one on 20, two legs getting to manager, you know, together. Or maybe they're 1 month apart. Almost everybody who is new in the business and got to Forever to Drive, what you realize is they had two legs at least that are growing to manager either at the same time or maybe they're 1 month apart. And in order for you to have those two legs growing together to manager, you will definitely need to be on massive recruitment. So plan your Forever to Drive. So I hope everybody here, how many are we? We are 96. I hope all of you 96 managers listening to me right now, I hope you're planning how you're going to smash Forever to Drive this year. And the next year you'll plan how to upgrade. Now, let's talk about Global Rally. Global Rally. What is a Global Rally? A Global Rally is the biggest Forever incentive, is the biggest, not Forever incentive, sorry, is the biggest Forever event. So a Global Rally, just as it says, it's a rally that puts Forever, the whole of Forever Global together. So every year, Forever organizes either late April or May, most of the times around those months. They organize their biggest event for that year. Their biggest event. If you want to see the big picture of Forever, you need to be at the Global Rally. If you've never, let me say this, if you have never been to a Global Rally, you have not yet seen the big picture of Forever. Whatever you see in your countries, whatever event you have in your country, even if you have 3,000 people in your country, when you go to a Global Rally, you get to experience the real power of Forever and how big and how amazing this company is. So Global Rally is a must to attend for each and every one of us. We've got Cape Town coming. I know it came off out of our planning, out of our schedules and everything, but push to be there because that's the biggest event you'll attend this year. And how lucky are we for us in Africa? We're going to have, I don't know if other regions are doing what we are doing, but we're going to have two events. We're going to have Global Rally followed by African Rally, a full day of training, African Masterclass, a full day of training. How can you miss that? So coming back to Global Rally. So we were supposed to go to Dubai, but now we will be going to Cape Town for us in the Africa region. And then other regions will also be going to their area. Now, let me get out of PowerPoint a little bit. And I want to take you to the company policy. Why do I want to take you to the company policy? Because there is no document anywhere. I just want to confirm. You can see it? Yeah, I believe you can see it. Let me see if I can go full screen. I hope you can see me. Not see me. I hope you can see that, right? This becomes smaller. I should take the non-full screen. Just a second, my leader. So sorry. So I want to show you the different levels of qualifying for Global Rally and seeing how it gets bigger and how it gets amazing. You know, the same Global Rally. I think here you'll see it better. So Global Rally. Which one is better, guys? If I put it this way or the other way? I think this one is be better for you to be bigger. Okay. If it's not better, if the other one is better, you let me know. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about Global Rally very briefly. How can you experience Global Rally? Number one, do at least 500 cc's. If you do 500 cc, you'll have an online access to the rally. And it used to be you get a physical ticket to attend the rally. And sometimes Forever brings that back. But now, essentially, you will only have the online access when you do 500 cc's. So don't miss that one. The second way to attend the Global Rally is by you qualifying for chairman's bonus, but also doing a minimum of 1,000 cc's in that year. So if you just qualify for chairman's bonus and you don't do 1,000 cc's, you won't be invited to the global rally. Don't worry, you'll be paid the chairman's bonus check, but you won't attend the global rally. Okay. Now, when you go as a chairman's bonus qualifier, of course, Forever will take care of everything for you. They will give you the flight, the accommodation, the meals, and everything. And then they will give you a spending money of $250. A spending money of $250. And yeah, I know you say, that's not much. Yeah, it's not much. Now, if you do 1,500 cc's, you've qualified for global rally and you are not attending, Forever will give you a cash of $2,500. So I don't know who will be opting not to attend so that they can get the $2,500, but sometimes it happens, okay? Now, if you do 1,500, including 50cc new, in the past it was just 1,500, but now Forever is challenging you to say, hey, do at least 50cc new. So you will be taken care of at the rally, but you'll also be given a rally spending amount. This let's call it pocket money, $500. If you do 2,500 cc's, you'll be given $1,000. If you do 3,500 cc, you'll be given $1,500. Okay, but also there are other things that Forever will give you. Okay, the other things that Forever are gonna give you when you do 1,500. When you do 3,500 cc's. Now, when you do 5,000 cc's, 5K, you are now called a Forever VIP. So you'll get all the basics that you're gonna need, your fare, your flight and everything, but your hotel room is gonna be better, and your spending money is gonna be at least $2,000. At least $2,000 to spend for those 3-4 days. And then, of course, some other amazing gifts that Forever is going to give you. And you will also be using a VIP checkout at the rally. Now, if you've ever been to the rally, you know, when we go to shop for Forever stuff at the rally store, it's thousands of people sometimes there, and you might need to queue there for 2 hours. Now, when you're a 5,000 cc qualifier, you're called VIP, and then you won't need to queue, and you get $2,000. Now, after 5,000, the next one is called GLT, Global Leadership Team, and that you need to do 7,500 cc's, of course, with a 50cc new, and you get everything but a much better room, and spending money not less than $3,000. Now, let me tell you something. Sometimes when Forever takes us for the rallies, they don't pay for the meals there. So they would sometimes add money here and give us more than $3,000, yeah, as a GLT qualifier. And can I tell you something amazing that Forever did for GLTs this year? So for GLTs this year, like every qualifier this year was given $2,500, and also they are spending money. So if you are a 5,000, you'll get $2,000 spending money. If you are a 3.5K, you get your $1,500 spending money. Now, this year, they did something beautiful. For the GLTs, this is what they did. They paid for the flights. So the GLTs this year, their flight paid for. They paid for their hotel, an amazing hotel, Cape Town, Westin Cape Town. You go Google that, Westin Cape Town. That's where the GLTs are going to stay. And still, all the GLTs were given $5,500 spending money. $5,500. You can imagine that, $5,500 to spend on the 2nd of May and on the 3rd of May. $5,000, guys, as a GLT. And the more you grow, the more the money. Now, I want to scroll to bigger, crazy levels. Now, when you do 20,000 cc's, you have got $20,000. You're going to be given by Forever $20,000 at the rally. $10,000 for you to spend. So when you see people on 20,000 cc's that are buying Louis Vuittons for $3,000, understand them. I mean, they've been given $10,000 to spend at the rally. And you're also given another $10,000 that Forever calls business development allowance. And hey, this is money to help you continue grow your business. So you qualify for 20,000 cc and you are given $20,000 $30,000. Can you imagine that? Isn't that awesome, amazing people? If you do 25,000, you're getting $25,000 spending money. And if you do 30,000, you've got $30,000 you are given. And it keeps increasing, it keeps going up. 40,000, you've got 40,000. It's amazing, guys. And imagine when you do 50,000 cc's, Forever will give you $50,000 at the rally. Isn't that amazing? Oh, one thing that I skipped is when you get to 10,000K, Forever will fly you business class. Fly you business class. And I'm sure you ask me about business class, man. I love business class. So Forever can fly you for free. And it doesn't end there. The more you grow, the more you get. And 70,000, you are given $70,000 at the rally. And this is the global rally. So this is an incentive that, that's why we say when we focus on incentives, there's always something bigger to push for. If you're not focused on incentive, guess what's going to happen? You'll achieve global rally once, 1,500, you'll settle there. But we're saying don't settle there. Keep pushing for bigger goals. There is more waiting for you. Can you imagine $20,000? And all of that information, you'll find it on the company policy. So don't think of the company policy as a policing document, as a do's and don'ts document. It's also a document to show you what is possible. Now, Forever also introduced something amazing a few years ago called Level Up. Another incentive to challenge us, Level Up. And how do you qualify for Level Up? Number one is you need to first qualify as at least a 1.5K, a 1,500cc achiever. Once you have done 1,500 this year, next year, if you do 2,500, then we say you leveled up. And this is how amazing Forever is. They didn't want to challenge you to say you have to do this year and next year. So if this same year, you finish your 1,500 and you push to 2.5K, you will also be called a Level Up qualifier. And when you're a Level Up qualifier, you'll get invited to the Dominican Republic to attend the Level Up. And this is one intimate, amazing event. Almost everybody that goes there, they'll have their cry moments there. And that is Level Up. So you need to start planning right now. Are you going for 2.5K this year? The next year you upgrade to 3.5K and you keep on upgrading. And the more you upgrade, the harder it gets, right? The more you upgrade, the harder it gets. And what you realize is if you move from 1.5 to 2.5, you can do that alone. 2.5 to 3.5, almost alone. But now from 3.5 to 5 to 7, you need to have your managers also leveling up. When you have your managers also leveling up, then that ensures you qualifying for Level Up incentive. And all these incentives are there waiting for you. Now, let me talk about the ultimate incentive in Forever, which is called Chairman's Bonus. Chairman's Bonus. This is an opportunity for you to share profit with the company. And Chairman's Bonus starts in January up to December. And the core requirements of Chairman's Bonus is number one, you as a manager, you need to do 700cc personal and non-manager. You and your non-manager, 700cc's. But also you need to be Forever to Drive qualified. So if you're thinking about being a Chairman's Bonus qualifier next year, you can push for your Forever to Drive this year. You can work on creating strong legs this year. And then you also need to be, of course, 4cc active and leadership bonus qualified for the whole year. This leadership bonus qualified, it starts at 12cc's and it is a requirement. Whether you have a manager already under you or not, you still need to be on 12cc's qualified. You need to be on 12cc a minimum each and every month. And also you need to be 4cc active. So don't miss out your 4cc because you can never really know. And then you need to also generate 150cc new, and you need to have a manager in your team with at least 600cc's from January to December after they finished their manager. So don't count their cc's before they go to manager. After they finish their manager, that's when they start to count. So if you create a manager while the year has already started, you need to be careful to make sure that you are only counting the cc's after that person became a manager. And if you do that, you will qualify for chairman's bonus level 1. Now, when you qualify for chairman's bonus level 1, dependent on your CCs, most of the times you get a check from around $4,000 and above. $4,000 and above when you qualify for chairman's bonus level 1. Now, if you look at chairman's bonus, it challenges you, number 1, get to manager, continue working with your managers. Why? Because you need your manager to do 600cc. And at the same time, it challenges you to make sure, oh, thank you so much, Said. Yes, 600cc's from one country, one operating country, or to make it easy, we call it region, okay? And then it also challenges you to push your non-managers. So when we are doing like recognitions, 30cc club, 50cc club, 75cc club, when we are doing those recognitions, yeah, we are looking at these CCs, not total CCs. We are actually getting your mind to think about working with your non-managers so that you can also start to qualify for chairman's bonus. Now, if you look at chairman's bonus, it's an incentive that for most people, they plan it a year before and they start to work at it a year before for most people. But if you push, you can qualify for it. I mean, you can get to manager and that same year, you can still finish your chairman's bonus. So for those that became managers this year, you have a chance to qualify for chairman's bonus this year. You have a chance, all right? All right, does it matter which, someone asked? No, doesn't matter. As long as you're on Forever to Drive, that's enough for you to be on chairman's bonus. Doesn't matter the level. Now we've got level 2. With level 2, again, I know that these figures I'm mentioning, they're like approximate based on what people have been paid, have been earning. When you get to chairman's bonus level 2, most of the time your check will begin somewhere between $35,000 to about $40,000 at level 2. That's something now. And how do you qualify for chairman's bonus level 2? First of all, keep the core requirements. What are the core requirements? Keep your 4cc, 12cc's, and of course, be Forever to Drive qualified. And now the personal and non-manager CC gets reduced to 600. From 700, it goes to 600, all right? It becomes a little bit easier. The new CCs get reduced from 150, they go down to 100. And then you will need to have 3 separate legs of chairman's bonus qualifiers. 3 separate legs, yeah. And when you get to chairman's bonus level 2, oh, with those 3 legs, I mean, you're just gonna fall in love with Forever because the money gets real. The money really becomes big. That's where you start to earn money that can help you achieve your big goals with just one check. And that is chairman's bonus level 2. Most of the time, the check itself would start somewhere between $35,000 to $40,000, the check itself. And then we go to the biggest of all, which is chairman's bonus level 3, amazing people. That's where the check probably starts from about $100,000 and above. Chairman's bonus level 3. I wish I could show you our checks for level 2 and our checks for level 3. But let me tell you, the biggest check we ever earned in Singapore was a chairman's bonus level 3 check. Chairman's bonus level 3 check. And it was just crazy. It was, I think, number 4 in Africa. Huge amount. And I'm not going to show it, but I'm going to tell you over $300,000 on chairman's bonus level 3. And that is because we also did a lot of CCs on that year. So to get to chairman's bonus level 3, keep your core requirements. The personal and non-manager gets reduced again to 500 CCs. Why do they reduce? Because they know you need to work with managers, so you won't have time to work on your non-managers. Your time will be split, will be shared amongst more people. But the 100 CC, they end at, the new CC, they end at 100. And now you need to have 6 legs of chairman's bonus qualifiers. So when you think about maximizing Forever, think about how can I grow my business to a level whereby, how can I go to a level whereby I have 6 legs of chairman's bonus qualifiers, because when you get to 6 legs of chairman's bonus qualifier, that one check, whoosh, it's going to be so big. It will wipe off the tears of all the effort you've put for 5-10 years before that. So let's plan how we get to chairman's bonus level 3. And you plan that by leading by example. You need to first get to chairman's bonus level 1, and then you'll keep growing. Let me see the question here. What CC disqualifies an FBO as a forever to drive? For example, if you may qualify, okay, if you have qualified level 1, you will still be a forever to drive qualifier for the next 3 years. But what will get you not to get that $400 is when you go below 50 cc. That's when you will not, but you're still a forever to drive qualifier. So the next month, if you do it, you're back at it. And if you are going for chairman's bonus, you are still considered as a forever to drive qualifier. Of course, if you're going for chairman's bonus, you automatically that. 6 legs for the 6 lines. I don't understand you, but 6 legs means 6 lines. Yeah, if that's what you mean, it's 6 lines, 6 different lines. If you have 6 different lines at chairman's bonus, then you are on chairman's bonus level 3, and there things get really, really big, amazing people. Now, let me finish up with one final incentive that I want to talk about, because we rarely talk about, and that is GEM bonus. GEM bonus. Remember, all these incentives, in one way or the other, they aim at helping you make more money. You saw the way, even with Global Rally, you can get up to $60,000, $50,000. Now, $50,000 in a year, that is like how much? That is more than $4,000 a month. That's someone's bonus, right? $4,000 a month. If you be given as a Global Rally qualifier, if you'll be given $10,000 as a Global Rally qualifier, that's money. That's like almost $1,000 a month, right? Now, what is GEM bonus? What is GEM bonus? A GEM bonus is a special bonus that is only for GEM managers. Only for GEM managers. And when we say GEM managers, we mean Sapphire, we mean Diamond Sapphire, and we mean Diamond managers. Those are the GEM managers. And what is a GEM bonus? All right? Yes, for Sapphire managers and above. And what do you need to do to qualify for GEM bonus? There is a number of ways for you to qualify for GEM bonus. And I'm going to tell you what you get when you become a GEM manager. Not just a Sapphire, when you start to earn that GEM bonus. So there are a number of ways. The first way is for a Sapphire, Diamond Sapphire, or Diamond manager. So you will need to have either 9, if you're a Sapphire manager, of course, 17 or 25 managers who are directly to you that are 4cc active. So if you're a Sapphire manager, you have 9 managers, right? Now, if you have 9 managers and those 9 managers are not active, you are missing out on GEM bonus. If you have 9 managers and only 2 are active, 7 are not active, you are losing out on GEM bonus. So again, GEM bonus, challenges you as a manager, like, hey, create manager, but keep working with those managers, right? That's one way. The second way is by having 9 or 17 or 25 different lines of managers that are doing at least 25 cc. So here's the thing. You might have a manager who is direct to you, and that manager is sometimes active, sometimes not active. So that manager is costing you to qualify for GEM bonus. Now, if that manager has got a manager under them who is doing 25 cc, that leg still helps you to qualify for GEM bonus. And here's the thing. You can only qualify by one of them. You can say, okay, I'll have 4 direct and I'll have 5 second generation who are doing 25. No, if you're qualifying with 25, then all 9 have to be 25 cc. If it's 4 cc direct, all 9 have to be 4 cc directly. And that will make you qualify for GEM bonus. And when you qualify for GEM bonus, one more way of qualifying for GEM bonus, I almost forgot this, which is amazing, by the way, is by you becoming a GEM Ego manager. This is actually a shortcut, because if you become a GEM Ego manager, let me put like this first. When you do 4cc or 25, it means every month you need to look at your managers and make sure they've done their 4CC in order for you to get paid the GEM bonus. But if you qualify as a GEM Ego manager, if let's say you qualify as a Sapphire Ego manager, then the whole of the coming year, you are automatically getting your GEM bonus. And how do I qualify as a Sapphire Ego manager? I need to have 6 lines of Ego managers. If I have 6 lines of Ego managers, then boom, I am a Sapphire Ego manager. And for the whole of the coming year, I've got my GEM bonus. If I have 10 lines, I am a Diamond Sapphire Ego manager. Guess what happens when you're a Diamond Sapphire Ego manager? You see, with GEM bonus, what Forever will do, they will pay you an extra 1%. If you are a Sapphire manager and you qualify for GEM, all the bonus that you're getting from your team, Forever will add an extra 1%. And that extra 1%, maybe you're failing to know how big that can be. But that extra 1%, if I look at our case, it would most of the time be somewhere between $3,000 and above. 1%, $3,000 every month just because we are GEM. So it means if we don't qualify for GEM, we lose money. If we don't qualify for GEM for the whole year, we lost probably $30,000 that year. So if you ask me, really, the main reason why you should push to be a Sapphire manager is so that you can unlock the GEM bonus, because that will mean some serious money. And you can get to Sapphire and you're not getting GEM bonus. It's okay, but sit down and start to plan, how can I make sure I start to get GEM bonus? Because that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money you're leaving on the table, all right? If you will be on 17 legs, now it will be 2%. Or if you will be a Diamond Sapphire Ego manager, 10 legs of egos, you will be on 2%. So if we get $3,000 from GEM, it means when we become Diamond Sapphire egos, or when we have our 17 lines all active, we don't have them yet, by the way. We don't have 17 lines that are active. We are not yet on Diamond Sapphire Ego manager, but that will mean now our GEM bonus will go to about $6,000. That's some good money, leaders. So when we say the only way for you to maximize Forever is to go for Forever incentives, we really mean it. Because you can be a senior manager and not earning much. You can be a Soaring, can be a Sapphire and not earning much. But once you're a chairman's bonus qualifier, we know you've made money that year. Once you're an Ego manager, we know you are making money in Forever. If you're a Forever to Drive qualifier, we know you are making money in Forever without a doubt. So, my dear brothers and sisters, we've got a lot of incentives. Nevertheless, it's important for you to know how to achieve them. And I will share a few tips, and then I'll bring in our amazing qualifiers to come speak to us about how they managed to achieve all the major incentives last year. So number one, if you want to achieve Forever incentives, plan ahead. Right now, you need to ask yourself, which month are you pushing to qualify for Forever to Drive? Maybe right now you don't have a team that can get you to Forever to Drive. And let me tell you something, once you get one person that has the potential to go to manager, I need you to start going crazy and panicking and going out of your way to say, I need another person in the team that will be actually going to manager with this new vibrant person, or at least 1 month. Don't wait until that person becomes a manager and then you look for another person. That person also becomes a manager. If you put the gap between people getting to manager to be too long, it will take you so long to be on Forever to Drive. So right now, you need to start planning. You need to start planning. How am I going for Forever to Drive this year? Because, my dear leaders, you got to go to Forever to Drive this year. You have no reason not to go for Forever to Drive. No reason at all. Because you can do it. As a brand new manager, this is the best time for you to go to Forever to Drive. You can, so plan ahead. Next year, you need to be on chairman's bonus. How can you be on chairman's bonus next year? Number one, finish Forever to Drive this year. Create 2 managers. And probably those 2 will go together. So next year, you'll have 2 managers that will start from January as managers, and that increases the chances of them doing 600 cc's. So plan ahead. Plan ahead. Number 2, track it. Here is where we lose it, amazing leaders. We are not tracking our incentives. And we've got FLP 360. I get so sad and a little bit angry when I meet a manager who is pushing the business, seriously working the business, and they don't have FLP 360, or they're using a free FLP 360. How in the world are you going to manage your business without FLP 360? It's not possible. So track it. And tracking means looking at the numbers and then reacting to them. Don't just look at the numbers and relaxing. Look at the numbers and then react. And I want to give a little reminder for people going for chairman's bonus. As of now, you're supposed to be on 175 cc's, personal and non-manager, if you're going for chairman's bonus this year. Your 600 cc manager needs to be on 150 cc by end of March. So when we are done here, go open your system, look at your 600 cc manager. Where are they? Because sometimes someone is amazing, is vibrant, is showing up, but you forgot to check their cc's, you forgot to track them. And maybe now they're not on 150, maybe they're on 110. It's not so far, but they're already 40 cc's behind. If the second half, the second quarter, if they will also be at 40 cc behind, it means by half the year, they're already 80 cc behind. If you're not tracking it, it means it will come December and you realize you just needed 1 more month for your manager to finish 600 cc, or maybe just needed 1 more month for you to finish your 700 cc's for you to be on leadership, to be on track for leadership. So look at your numbers, my leaders, track them. And then after you track them, panic early. Panic early. Why are we having these meetings? Why are we not talking about ego today? Because this is not the time for you to start panicking about ego. But for those going for Global Rally, if you're going for chairman's bonus, I hope when we finish this meeting, or tomorrow, you'll find time to look at your numbers, because you need to start panicking now if the numbers are not on track, because then you'll have enough time for you to be able to turn things around. Because sometimes we turn things around and things really take off, but it's just a little bit late and we still fail to achieve the incentives which we could have achieved. So if you ask me why so many people fail to achieve Forever incentives, why they could have achieved them, it's because they are not tracking. And sometimes they track, but they're not reacting. They track and relax. So track and panic, positive panic means get into activities. And there are no rules, formulas, or strict rules that you must be. If you're not on 175, doesn't mean you are done. No, you can still do it. But it's important for you not to allow yourself to be off track for a very long time, because then that will get you to miss out on things that you probably could have achieved. So, my dear brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, amazing leaders in the house, I hope we've gotten an idea of the incentives. I hope you have made a decision of what incentives are you going for in 2026. And I hope you have put Forever to Drive as one of the incentives that you're going for. Because if you're not going for Forever to Drive, my dear brother, my dear sister, you're gonna miss out this year and probably next year on your chairman's bonus. Nevertheless, some of you are brand new in the business. You just became managers, and I'm here talking about you need to start the incentive a year before, and maybe now you feel like, maybe it's too late for you. No, it's not too late. It's not too late. You can start working on these incentives now, and you can still achieve them. You can start now and still achieve them. So I want to bring now our amazing, amazing guest speakers. And let me tell you something. I know these people for a very, very long time, for so many years. And one thing that I will tell you, They've gone through the ups, they've gone through the downs, but they never, ever, ever, since I knew them, they've never looked sideways. They've never said, maybe we made a wrong decision joining Forever. Maybe we are not cut out for this. No, they kept their focus on the goal. And here we are today celebrating them as one of the people that have actually smashed 2025 in an amazing, amazing way. And when you smash these massive incentives, and I'll tell you something really amazing about what they did last year. The first thing that they did, which is absolutely amazing, is last year they smashed Global Rally, 1,500 cc's. And this is their first time to do 1,500 cc's. So how special is that? And how amazing is it that they did 1,500 cc's and it did not end there? It did not end there. Amazing people. They also went on and do chairman's bonus. Also went on and do chairman's bonus. But let me tell you something even more amazing. It's not just about them doing chairman's bonus. What's even more amazing is they did chairman's bonus and also they created a chairman's bonus leg in the team. So they did chairman's bonus and they have one person that has qualified for chairman's bonus. That means they are on the journey now to go for chairman's bonus level 2. Now they're going to add 2 more legs to get to chairman's bonus level 2. And then after that, they'll keep adding legs to get to chairman's bonus level 3. And that's where the real money is. And let me tell you, if someone does chairman's bonus level 1 plus 1, they're going to get a bigger check than if they just do level 1 alone. So they're definitely going to get a bigger check. And it is so, it takes greater leadership. It takes more grinding. It takes more pushing to qualify yours and to help someone else also to qualify. So, my dear brothers and sisters, leaders in the house, are we ready to hear from our vibrant, powerful leaders? Are you ready, amazing people? All right. I am fully ready. I hope you are ready as well. So I'm going to bring on board our powerful leaders, Warda and Save. I hope you are using the Warda's account. That's the one I've done co-host. And if that's the one, feel free to unmute yourself. You can share your screen. We are more than ready to get the nuggets, to get the leadership from you. All right. Fantastic. Oh yeah, let me stop my share and then you will be on. So thank you so much, my leader. Thank you so much, my leader. And I want to confess something here, guys. If I tell you, when I asked Warda to share her story here, I think it was yesterday. And she gave a big yes. So thank you so much. Short notice, and yet you gave a big yes. And I truly appreciate the fact that you're one of the people that really wants to serve. So thank you so much, my leader. And the floor is yours. Warm welcome, my leader.
All right. Thank you so much, my leader, for the powerful tips and also for allowing me to be part of a special day today to share our knowledge on how we've been building this business for all those years and what has made us achieve whatever we've achieved in 2025. And which it does hope, I just believe that it has opened more bigger doors. And what we're going to share it is what we have done ourselves. It's not something that maybe I've just took from ChatGPT or just anywhere, Google or something. It's something that really connected to what we've been doing for all the days that we've been in the business. So my name's Warda Sharif, and I am married to Mr. Saif Kasonta. So we're building this amazing business together for the past 10 years. So we are grateful. We are both senior managers in the business, but we are also senior managers, senior Eagle manager, global qualifier, Forever to Drive chairman's bonus level 1 plus 1. So we thank God and we are so grateful because it is by his grace. That's why he has enabled us to achieve all these things. And because he had seen our journey for all those years that we've been putting work day in, day out to make sure that we are achieving what we have achieved. So that's my very beautiful family. And my journey started with Forever 11 years ago when I was employed. So by profession, I'm an accountant. I was graduated one of the college, it's called IFM. And after finishing, I did not even stay long. I went straight to work, one of the NGO, it's called CCBRT, it's a disability hospital. I worked there for like 3 years and a half. And I was very stressed when I was working there because I remember they even nicknamed me a stress girl. And why? It's because I had so much expectation with the degree which I had of accounting. I believed that I'll get a good job, and I'm one of the people that believed in good life, believe in lifestyle, believe in those greatness. So I never saw myself maybe in a position that I would struggle to support myself for my basics needs, or to support myself, to support my family. As you know, we most of us, we came from maybe humble backgrounds that maybe as a firstborn, so people, they depend on you and stuff like that. So I couldn't manage all. So I was that person that I was really thinking at some point. I remember I even had some healthy issues because of the stress which I had, because I couldn't see myself achieving what I wanted to achieve. So I started doing some small stuffs. I used to sell things from our local market here at Kariakor, circulating them, taking them to different offices just for me to earn extra income. And later, I thank God, I just saved that small money which I got, because the goal was for me to be successful. So I used to stay under my cousin's house. So those salary which I was getting in, plus the businesses which I was saving, I just saved it. I couldn't use it. And then I started traveling. I went to countries like Dubai. I went to countries like South Africa. All those places I used to pick some stuff and sell them. So I just like those people that wingers, those days that you call people that, what do you want? Then I go there, I pick for them. That is how I used to do my business. And I thank God, I was not in a bad position that maybe I couldn't eat, I couldn't dress, but I wanted more. It was just not that comfy. Honestly, it was not comfy at all. And I was still keeping on hoping that there is a day I'll just make it up. So to make the story short, there is a day that I was invited to from one of my friends. Actually, he was a lecturer there at my uni, which I used to go. He invited me that, Warda, I've got an idea of business that will help you at least to earn maybe $200 and stuff like this. So I just went to that meeting simply because he was a person that I respected, because we never had like jokes and stuff like that. It's always about serious issues. So with the respect which I had to attend that meeting. But that 200 that he was telling me like extra income is earning that amount, it wasn't like moving me, because I know what I was looking was bigger. So I went to the meeting and I was so inspired. And that my first meeting, I can say maybe I'm the luckiest, because I saw the bigger picture. I saw people who were younger, maybe of my age, or maybe just a sort of just quite a small gap on age. So I can call my age mate. And I find them like, these people are coming from the same community. Like we went to the same university around our country, but they were very successful. So Mr. Enos and Dr. Elizabeth, I truly thank you, because maybe you didn't know that day, but your presentation, it's the one that made me a strong choice, I made a strong decision to say that I'm not moving to my country, and I'll stay, because I saw you guys very successful. So I saw if there are people in Tanzania, in my own country, that they are very successful, then why would I risk my life to go outside the country? And I saw people that are not living in a good environment. Some people are maybe doing some things which were not pleasing God. I can say that, because they're looking for money. So I saw this opportunity and I saw exactly what I wanted. So I saw that bigger money that I wanted. And I remember that day, because the amounts which they shared that in that year they earn around 200, I mean 200, yeah, 200,000, like 200, I think 200,000 somewhere there, US dollars. So that was it was an opening of everything that, hey, there are people earning this kind of income, then I'll do my best to make sure that I'll win. And actually, as a Muslim business owner, I was looking for something that, yes, I wanted money, but I wanted something that's which is halal. Yeah. So I saw that people are making halal money here and they're very successful. Then I said, I'm in. So I started my journey right away, part-time, while I was working, while I was doing my businesses. And trust me, in just maybe 3 months, I started doubling, tripling the income which I got. And I went to supervisor just 1 month. I went to assistant manager in 3 months. And then I start for like 8 months is struggling to finish manager. By those time, it was 120 cc's. And I make sure that I was working every single day of my life. Every month I was trying to close. I was trying to close, but things, CC, were not coming together. 200, maybe I can end up with 80, 90, like that. So even I remember my leaders, they used to say like, hey, this young lady, because by that time I was young, yeah, maybe she'll give up or something, but I never gave up because I saw a bigger picture in Forever. So the very first day when I joined this business, I knew what I wanted. So it was that focus, it was that thing that kept in my mind. And that is where it has brought us here right now. So I thank God I finished manager level. And right away, I remember on my first manager meeting, if people who were there that time, I was sharing that I believed in myself that I will go for incentives. I will go for ego incentive. I said like, I'm gonna make it. That is me, and I kept on working on it, and it never came. By those time, the CC were supposed to be just in one country. I remember there is a year I just missed 2016. I missed my ego by, I remember 6 months, I had like average of 47 cc's, the way in which I finished most of the qualification earlier. But trust me, I couldn't finish it. Why? I couldn't finish because maybe there are some things out, there are some mistakes maybe most of us here are right now making, and I wouldn't want you to get into that and fail to achieve what you wanted to achieve. So qualifying incentive, that's the most important thing that you should focus on immediate after finishing manager. And right now I'm speaking most with the people that who are just new in manager position. So this is for you and anybody that who want to kickstart again, because it's not about you being in the business for how long. It's about be eager to learn, be ready to pick up yourself again, be ready to redo again and again and again. So the most important thing that we should focus on, or I should recommend you guys to focus on, is to qualify for the incentive. So for the incentive, in order for you to qualify them, first of all, you have to make the decision. So it will never come. I'm telling you, no matter how close you're gonna be, but if you don't make a decision, you might find yourself missing it. The decision, if it's not too strong, it's not too clear, you might find yourself missing yourself. But also is to connect with your why. So for us, it was just about those dreams. You know, we have 2 kids right now. We chose a lifestyle that we saw in Forever that people are living. So it's always about us to connect with those goals that we wanted, those lifestyle that we wanted. So if you want to achieve anything, you have to have a strong why. You have to have something that is really melting in your heart. It has to do with something that it really matters the most. So to us, our kids, we don't want them to just live anyhow. We never wanted them to exist. We never wanted those things maybe we missed in our childhood for them to miss. But we saw people are living the best lifestyle through this business, because I had a lot to do by those time. Maybe I could have maybe a bigger business by now doing those things there outside. the things which I used to do, because by the time I'm meeting for, I made a decision to relocate to another country. So it wasn't like I missed something to do, or I had no something serious that I was doing, because I knew that success is a must. So I chose Forever. Then I said, Forever has to pay for the lifestyle that we want. And that is something that we truly connected. And that is something that kept us pushing the business every single day to make sure that we achieve. So if you don't have something serious that's aligned with that goal, then it is very difficult for you to push on even on the things that, on the days that which are very tough. You might find yourself like, okay, maybe today is raining, I should maybe relax. Maybe today there is this, I should relax. But for us, we've been pushing every day, because we never wanted to put excuse in the life that we want. If we put an excuse, it means we are not going to live that kind of lifestyle that we want. So strong white is very key. Some people, they always say like, oh, you know, my wife is like my child, my wife is blah, blah, blah. But they never really connect with that. So that's will make you achieve or not achieve if you don't really connect your. So that is the most important thing that we really need to take off. So what are your biggest dreams? It is very important. Maybe this year it has started, you never wrote down those things that you wanted the most, those things that they pain you, those things that you really need a change. And I would advise you, before leaving this meeting today, or right after finishing this meeting, sit down, rewrite again. What are the most 10 things that you'd want to achieve? What are the most important things that you'd want to achieve this year? Write them down and then connect very deep, and you'll see what's going to happen. So on qualification, what matters the most, you have to know what are the qualifications, because missing that, it's going to take you out of the game. Missing that, not knowing what you're looking for, you won't know the type of effort that you're supposed to pour in order for you to qualify. So my leader here has already narrated very well every single part that you need to know how to do for you in order to qualify. But the most important is to visualize it. As I said, for us, it was all about the lifestyle that we wanted. The thing that we saw people that are in, the thing that we really want us to see ourselves into that kind of life. So it's all about, we started with questioning ourselves. If we qualify, then what will happen? If we want to qualify again, what will happen? Meaning we'll miss that money. Meaning we won't be able to tell the people that we are mentoring, or the team that we are leading, that it is possible. If I don't do it, if I don't make a step to do that, means everybody else will want to be able to believe it is possible. I believe even if we join the business and we saw maybe no one has achieved anything, it would have been impossible for anybody to believe that these things are achievable. So it started with that. We visualize like what will happen in a positive way, in a negative way, and what are we going to miss? So we saw that money that we are going to miss, and we just ask yourself for how long we are going to miss those money, those beautiful money that you can get through achieving that. We have heard people, we have seen people achieving all those things. But the team, what are we going to tell them for 10 years that you have been in the business and you haven't achieved that? How can you give them the belief to work for it and make it happen? So you have to really think and sit and think for it so deep. You have to visualize everything, what will happen, the type of lifestyle, the type of thing that will change, and all that. It is very, very, very vital. So first of all, sit down, set a serious goal, and make a plan. So these goals, we have to split them. We have to think in a month, what am I supposed to do? Maybe I'm supposed to do 125 cc. I want to achieve global. I want to achieve 120 cc. Then I have to split that in week, how many cc's I'm supposed to do. And then we have to seriously track it. One thing that I can give you an assurance that I remember very well, the way we were tracking, it's like, I don't know how to put it, but we tracked every single day. We were sweating. We make sure that we get those CCs which we are supposed to be getting, because we have seen the mistakes, the past mistakes, like we are ignoring, like maybe this month we have missed like 20 CC. So those CC I keep on compiling. Then at the end of the year, you find yourself, you're just missing something just for few CCs. I remember 2020 when I got my first child, we missed the ego by 70 CC. So it was the same repetition of those years which have been missing because we couldn't track. So one thing that I cannot insist enough, I cannot stop insisting, it is you have to track. Do not accumulate. Every week, find a way to make sure those CCs are coming in. If you miss it by just by small thing, then you make sure the next day, the next month, you gonna do whatever it takes to make sure you just feed that gap. Because the more the gap, the more it makes you like scared. Like, hey, if I couldn't do this 100 I was supposed to do, then now I have 300. You don't have that courage. Most of us, we don't have that courage to say like, oh my God, I'm gonna make it no matter how. And when most of us, we are too positive. Instead of just going with the reality or being a professional, we are too positive when we're believing like, I'm gonna make it. You know, this one, when we divide by this, it's gonna happen. My darling, it won't happen. You really have to put the work. You really have to do the daily thing, day in, day out, to make sure you achieve it. So we saw from our leaders, they have been telling us, we took everything. And the good thing for us, we went to our leaders. Go back to your leader if there is something that you're not clear about it. If Leader Amos and Dr. Elizabeth, if you remember very well, we came to you, we asked everything on how to qualify everything. And we kept on tracking it because we have been working with you guys before that and they achieved some other incentive back then, like Ego. And that is what kept us on track. We know that what we're supposed to do. So my darling, make sure you track your business very well, but make a plan to achieve these targets. You have to really have a serious plan. When are you achieving it? You have to give yourself a deadline, but know that the goal is to achieve the incentive. So every single day that when you work, you have to know the goal, I have to achieve this incentive. So that thing, it has to sink in your medulla oblongata that I have to achieve it. You have to accept it. You have to take it in a way that this is mine. This is my thing. I want it. By wanting it so bad, it will also follow you. But if you are 50-50, like you're 50, want it, you're 50, like I'm not so sure if I'll achieve it. In achievement or in success, there is no 50-50. It's whether you achieve it or you don't. And the moment you doubt yourself and the moment you put doubt in your journey, you'll see yourself not achieving where we're achieving. So we accepted it, we swallowed it, we knew from our veins, in every part of our veins, we knew we wanted it. So, and we focused on it and it happened. So if you want it to happen, guys, it has to sink in every part of your body that I want it and I cannot miss it and I'm going to work for it. And you put daily action, you will see yourself achieving and smashing it in a bigger way. So visualize your engagement. You have to know how many people are meeting. You have to know, like, from these people, how many CCs I'm going to get. From this, maybe I'm looking for new, then I have to make sure I have to focus at some point, not just on maybe all the people. I have to make sure that new CCs, they are my main focus right now. It's not about the total now. Now it is this new CC. Maybe now it is a supervisor. So you have to put on those. So the best way is to start achieving those things which most of the people makes them maybe stuck. For instance, for us, it was supervisors. We are struggling with supervisors, so we make sure we tick them. And trust me, we finished with at least maybe 7, 8 supervisors, if not 10, if I'm not mistaken. I'll check on our CCs. But imagine by building that, we've managed to do, for instance, for Ego, we've qualified almost like 3 times. And imagine this Ego of 20, which we are finishing this month. It's like we've already qualified for 3 times. And we qualified once, twice, thrice, because of the tracking and the focus that we kept. So the business has changed tremendously. So because we simply focus on what it's supposed to be done on daily, on weekly, monthly, and that's in order for us to achieve the goal. But another thing here, what I can add, we are supposed to work with a team. You really have to organize team meetings. Guys, for those people that think their business is about them, it will, I'm telling you, it will just slow you, or it might maybe hinder you to achieve the goal. Because if you don't initiate activities with the team, guys, there is no day that downline will tell you like, I have some meetings. No, you have to push. You have to initiate at those meetings in order for things to happen. So we knew everything that it was supposed to be done in order for us to get those CC. So it used those days before, we used to like, these people, they don't have goals. So we go for next. We go for next. Those people, there are people that they are showing up in the business every day. And how can you say these people they don't want? You can just guide them what you're supposed to do. Organize as a leader, organize the meetings with your team, whether they are very in a comfortable environment, in an uncomfortable environment. Don't choose spaces. For us, we don't choose space. And when you see me, when you saw us at work, my dear, we leave everything. The image that we are in from Instagram, when you see us so posh and all that, it goes away when it comes to work. We don't like doing the meetings, do the bossing around. No, when it comes to work, we sit down. We are humble to the people that we are sharing the business or the product. We teach them what the right thing that they're supposed to do, and we all ask for maybe referrals and all those stuff to make sure that we win. But also, sorry, sorry, just a little water. Okay, yeah, make sure you plan with your team, phone calls, maybe face to face. Sometimes you even have to travel. For instance, here today in the morning, I call some people that I'm working with from the non-manager and some other people in the manager leg that I was planning. Some of them, they are outside of the region that I'm in Tanzania. I mean, in Dar es Salaam. So I asked her like, can I come there and even you can prepare this and that? So I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I would love to. So sometimes you have to go extra. You don't not wait for the people that who are around you, or to just waiting for maybe I can do with Zoom and stuff like that. Sometimes you need to go extra to give the energy, physical. Meetings, they're always powerful. So we always also we are so like what can I say? We are so into physical things. We believe in closing things that's directly like that, and also we believe people they trust you more when they see you. So that's a way for us. We build a business, or we secure people because they see us and we are there for them. Yeah, but know a good mentor. Ask them for the tips. So find people that they are good people, they are good mentors, they are good leaders. Ask them for tips. Never believe that you know everything. Never believe that you will achieve everything. No, just ask. There is nothing wrong to ask from a person that you see they are doing well or they've achieved well. There is something that you can learn. I mean, most of the time I check my leaders. Most of the time I'm at my leaders' DMs. So with all this, that for all these things that we know, but we always like, sometimes I call Blandina, my leader, where are you? Can I come and talk to you a little bit? So I just to freshen up and get something that maybe it will help me out, or it will help us to at least to get somewhere. Sometimes you are down, it is very natural. Sometimes you're going through some negative energies. Sometimes there are some rejection that you went through. Sometimes you don't see the result. You keep in the work, but no result. So you really need an energy to keep you going. Yes, the goal is keeping you going, but sometimes you can get a fire from a word from your leader. So make sure, a tip from any leader that is doing well, make sure you check people out, or you reach people out. Another thing, the most important, which it has helped us a lot, is on retail. So as we know, forever it allows us to do at least 25cc. So that is one thing that it has really helped us to measure. So we focus on to make sure that, for instance, if you're working on ego, and remember, the goal is to make money. Of course, even when you retail 25ccs, also you're gonna get money. So don't say like the only money that you're getting it's from bonus. No, you have to make sure that you include all the money. So if you retail 25cc, that means out of 60, that means you only have 35cc, which it is very easy to get from the team. So there is no excuse of you leaving the goal, or there is no excuse of you not to achieve it, because if you can do 25 and imagine you start duplicating it to your team, that show them what they can earn. And you know what, 25ccs that is what you can call a business. Out there, when you tell a person like my business for a month is 4cc, some people, they might think that this is not serious. But think about, you tell them that, when you maybe you do the business of 25cc, this is what we will get. So it inspires them to see like, okay, I have to work for on my business every day. And you will see that I'm in a serious business because people are looking for money. It's not about the 4cc. It's not that people are not joining because they want to do 4cc. People they want to make money. So you have to teach them how to make money. So don't show them like, here we are doing 4cc, 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 5cc, 5cc. No, it doesn't work like that. Show them that they can achieve bigger things by just retailing. So with that focus, it will help you to duplicate with just few people and start and you kickstart things and make you going. When you get money, let's say out of retail, there are things that will change in you. There is a life that will start living in you that will attract on your recruiting. So focusing on retail, that is something very key. And that is what has helped us the most. We teach our team like, there is no 4cc here, guys. There is 25cc. Forever allows you to do 25cc. So those volume, they were coming bigger because people, they were focusing on 25cc, and it was duplicated around the team. So most of the leaders, they were doing those 25cc. When the person fails, maybe 10, 15. So it was a business of such. That's where it can bring a strong business. And that's what brought that in those incentives, which we are seeing right now. And as you can see, we did not like preach, or we did not like tell people in the team like to do that. We have done 700ccs plus by ourselves. So non-manager, it tells you all that there is a work that you kept. And the most important, it was us doing our part. And we will make sure that we are reaching that every single day. And that is where it has brought whatever that it has brought. But be your own best customer, use product. Guys, we are using we are using product, guys. We are using product. You can tell from our skin, you can tell from our physique. I'm a mother of 1 year old, but you can look at me. For those people who knows me, you might find you. So until maybe I tell you, like, for those people that we haven't met, you might think I don't have a baby. I'm breastfeeding, guys, but look at me. It's because we are using product, and that's why we are selling. It is very easy to convert a person to buy the product because you are the product of the product. My skin, it tells you all. My physique, it tells you all. So I don't preach something that I don't do. Okay, so retailing, it will come through you using, and there is where you can build a business or you can recruit other people, because it is very easy to turn a customer into a business now, and that's what is most of the time we do. So follow the system, be dynamic, don't be like a tree, you just stuck. You just make sure you change. There is this, you change. There is that, you change. You don't say I'm only face to face. No, use social media. Mimi, I'm the only social media. You just do everything that it can bring the results. Don't choose this is what it is. It works. This choose everything. Do everything. Train yourself to learn everything, because even as we learned everything, it's not like it came. No, you have to learn. So don't like me. I'm this. Me. I'm that. I'm this. I'm that. We have to go through all. Yeah. When you choose this side, you might find yourself stuck in there. And the qualification, they don't wait for you at the time that you are ready. Because maybe you're focused only on social media. Maybe the results are coming in, but slow. But how about that time that you choose maybe 2 or 3 hours, you go to face people direct? Because when you face people direct, straight, you're closing a deal or not. So it helps you to reach your results very well. Yeah. So don't be a tree, be dynamic. Okay. Ask referrals for those people that you have served them. They like your business, they like your product. Ask them, whom do you know that might be interested using we want to be beautiful as you? Whom do you know maybe he would want to earn an extra income through this opportunity? So success is 1% plan. Don't spend too much of time planning. There are people that every day they are meeting, they are planning. No, for us, we cut it down. No longer about planning. Planning is the one that we had a plan. The plan is just 720. We already discussed about it. That is the plan. We don't have to sit again and write again to map again why you are supposed to reach maybe 720 for your ego. So the plan is the last month's plan. We work for it. We no longer like every day we plan and plan. No, we want more of actions. We have to do more of actions. That is what will bring results. So for us, we believe in action. Every single day, there is no day that it has passed. I don't remember a day that we haven't touched our business, whether we are within the country or whether we are outside the country. And I'm telling you, when you do the actions, things will happen. Just a little nutshell about what happened in December when we were finishing our CBQ. The global rally came very fast, but for the CBQ, imagine we had some new CCs which we are not done. They are not much out of 150, but there are CC that it was under, and it was about us, persona. It has nothing to do with the team. You can imagine. And for us, we don't always like rely on like, because I have a new person in the team. And then my mind, I put on like, this person will bring me this CC. We don't believe in that. We always believe like this person, if he will do, then it's well and good. But this is something that it totally has to do with us. So in December, the whole of December, we were outside the country. And our trip, we were coming back. We had some family issues, and then we had to go to Dubai. We went to Oman, then we went to Dubai. So we had some, we were supposed to come here around 18th December. And then we sat down and we say like, babe, why are we going back to Tanzania? What are we going to do? Do you think that people can just bring this CC? Why don't you think even people here in Dubai can bring those CCs? We said, what? Let's go on the street. Then we started going to the street. Guys, do you know what? From the day we started going to the street, talking to people, guys, we did 64 CCs in Dubai, new CCs, 64 CCs, new CC from Dubai. So it is all about taking action. When you take action, trust me, things happen. I remember on the 31st, we were lucky like 15 CC, if I'm not mistaken. So we just wanted just one supervisor and just few staffs. And trust me, I went to our cargo, and then I met a person there. He saw me like, hey, this collagen thing, I like it. Guys, he gave me a money for 10 CC. So our CC, we were just like with just like 5 CCs. I'm telling you, the last day that we are closing this CBQ, and we finished it. There was no like any additional income that it was needed for us to buy NSCC. Everything was we gained through the work we kept, because we have been doing it and doing it and doing it. So everything is because of the action that we took, it came out and brought those results. So we thank God, like we follow the process. We took the action seriously and everything went on place. Guys, it was just like that. I cannot say there is something that magical would happen. No, it was just us doing action, teaching the team, taking action. Everywhere there were action and action. Trust me. And when there is too much action, even the people that slept, I'm telling you, that month, there are 2 supervisors who were very too old. I can say very too old supervisors. They finished the supervisors in that month. The orders, they kept the adverts. They were sending us order. We were like, oh my goodness, things can happen. So take action. Even the team will also copy what you have been doing. So focus on your target. Never lose focus. Do not allow anything to come on your way. Hey, now I have a wedding. Now I have to take care of who. Now I have that. Now I have that. My dear, there is no any excuse in this on this earth which has no justification. So it is just about how important your goal is. So challenge will come, distraction will come. I'm telling you, a lot of distraction. I remember last week, 2 weeks before closing our incentive, Safe got sick. He got a boil, I don't know, the jeep, I don't know how to put it, the jeep, and it was really hurting him crazy. So he was not even able to do the meetings online because it was serious ill. We went to hospital. It was very expensive. Guys, don't be sick in Dubai. It was very expensive, but we had to go all through. But we never lose a focus even for a single minute. On the last day of closing as well, it was a new year. So we never knew the area that we were living. We were living in downtown there, Business Bay. So it was because it was our apartment was just outside the Bulge, the Dubai Mall. So it was everywhere. It was closed. So no cars was moving there. So we had to take sometimes a walk. So, from downtown to our product center, it was just one station. So I booked the Uber, and trust me, that Uber took me into the ways that I was like, hey, my dear, today I'm going to get lost. But I had to be there, because if I wouldn't be there, there are people that were not doing the CCs, because online orders they were showing, like they were not showing, like the collagen was over. So I had to be there at the product center to receive the money and do the orders. Can you imagine? So all those challenges, but the focus was real, because we have to finish this, and we finished. We went there, and the cards were not working. There are some money that people they were stacking, and I had to ask, for our okay, for these other countries, maybe they are very strict in their timing and all. They're like, Warda, we are closing. I was telling them, my dear, you have to wait for me. For today, you have to break this rule. There is this thing. But that one of the lady there, then she had to tell the other staff, like, guys, Warda, she has been here. We have seen her with the kids every day with her husband. So we cannot disappoint her. We have to wait for her. So they had to wait for me 1 hour longer just for us to finish. So when we have a clear goal, when you focus on everything, trust me, things are happening. Things are happening. So, so today we are happy. We thank God. By His grace, we made it all the incentive that's we are fighting for all those years came all in 1 year. Imagine achieving everything in 1 year, and not just achieving it, but achieving extra by helping other people. This month, we have another brand new Ego manager in the team. We already have 2 Ego managers, one senior, one a plan manager, but we also have a CBQ qualifier. So what else can we say? When there is focus, when there is a need of achieving a certain thing, God will make a way. God will open all the doors that you thought are impossible. Things can happen. Everything can change in just a single day if you put your mindset in clear. If you put your mindset that I want to be successful, I want to succeed, you believe in yourself, you believe in your action that you're taking, whether things are coming in a positive way or in a negative way, you put the focus. You don't allow your mind to be shaken with those news that are going on the internet. Now you can focus on Iran. Now you can focus on the death of the influencers. Now you can focus on that. The internet, it has never ceased. Always they have news. So you can choose to focus on what. But if you focus on the right things, your mind is clear enough, is clean enough. You don't allow some littles to get in your way. Trust me, you're gonna achieve. Have a desire. Really think about your goals so deep. Then everything else will come on the way. So thank you so much for having me. I believe from what I've poured, there's something that one person here have gained, and he or she's gonna work on it and get something, or he or she gonna achieve this qualification. So I want there is day that a person come and share that through your talks, I've achieved this. That is what I'm praying for. Thank you so much, my leader, for trusting me.
Wow. Thank you so much. You spoke straight from your heart. I mean, you have given me a lot of moments where I went to think deeply about the journeys of achieving all these incentives, and you have put it black and white, very straight, very, very raw. So thank you so much, Warda. I truly appreciate this. Has been amazing. And I'm happy that you have helped us to actually start this managers empowerment in a very powerful way. I'm 100% sure the next managers empowerment, nobody here is going to miss, and everybody will make sure that their teams are there, because you have shared from your heart and you've impacted people. And I can tell you, there is someone here listening that definitely one day that person will walk to you and say, you know what, Warda, that day when you said no taking in excuses, that day when you said you were moving with your child, your husband was sick, that day when you said you went out of your way, you had to ask the office to wait for you. That day you impacted me, and now I've achieved my incentive, whatever that incentive is. So it's never going to be easy, but definitely it's going to be worth it. So I hope and pray each and every one of you will one day be looking back and saying, you know what, I have managed to achieve a very, very important incentive, whatever that incentive is, But I hope and pray each and every one of you will one day look back and say, wow, it has happened, it has been done. So thank you so much, Warda. I truly appreciate once again, and I'm not gonna add much. I'm just gonna close by reminding each and every one of you that in very few days we are starting the 90 days run. And if you'll see now, there'll be a lot of promo videos around the 90 days run. And let me tell you something, get your team to start thinking about 90-day run. Get also prospects. Do you know that you can actually recruit by using 90 days run? You can actually recruit. You can tell the people that are thinking about joining, like, hey, join right away, because on the 20th of April, we are going to kick off a 90 days run, which will help you grow and boost your business. And, you know, Dr. Eliza shared something profound today, and I said, yes, we're going to do it. Then let's have a business presentation before the 90 days run to get our prospects to join before the 90 days run. So stay tuned. Probably tomorrow we're going to announce that. And with that said, I want to say once again, thank you all so very much. And I wish you all great success. Wanda, thank you so much for really pouring your heart to this meeting. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. And definitely for the rest of us, see you at work. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you all. Bye-bye.